The Grateful Forest Feast. In the heart of the forest, the little animals were all buzzing with excitement. Thanksgiving was coming, and this year, Finn the baby fox, Bella the baby bunny, and Reki the baby raccoon wanted to do something very special. Instead of making food for themselves, they decided to throw a grand feast to thank all the animals who had helped them throughout the year. It was early morning when Finn hopped out of his burrow, his bright eyes sparkling with an idea. "I know! Let's invite everyone to a Thanksgiving feast," he said, bouncing with energy. "We can show them how thankful we are for all the little things they do. Like Mr. Beaver, who built that bridge across the stream so we wouldn't get wet," said Ricky, thinking of the time he dropped his favorite acorn and Mr. Beaver had helped him fetch it, and Mrs. Hedgehog, who always shares her berries when we're hungry, added Bella, her little nose twitching as she remembered the sweet taste of the juicy berries. They all nodded in agreement. "It's time to show our appreciation," Finn declared. The friends got right to work, gathering everything they needed for their Thanksgiving feast. Bella hopped to the meadow to collect fresh clover and flowers. Ricky found nuts and seeds, and Finn, being the fastest, zoomed around picking berries and finding delicious mushrooms. But as they prepared, they realized they needed more help to make the feast extra special. So, they decided to ask the very animals they were grateful for. First, they visited Mr. Beaver by the stream. "Mr. Beaver, we're making a Thanksgiving feast to thank everyone. Would you like to help?" asked Ricky. Mr. Beaver's big, toothy smile spread across his face. "Of course, I'll build a table. You little ones have been such good friends this year. It's my turn to help you." Next, they went to Mrs. Hedgehog's cozy home. "Mrs. Hedgehog, would you like to come to our feast? We're grateful for all the berries you've shared with us," Bella said sweetly. Mrs. Hedgehog, holding a basket of berries, beamed. "Oh, you're such kind little ones. I'll bring my best berry pie too." As the sun began to set, the forest was filled with laughter and the delicious smells of the feast. The table that Mr. Beaver built stood tall and sturdy, decorated with Bella's flowers and clover. All around the table, their forest friends gathered, from tiny squirrels to wise old owls, everyone ready to celebrate. When it was time to eat, Finn stood up and said, "Before we start, we want to thank all of you. Mr. Beaver, thank you for building the bridge so we can cross the stream safely." And Mrs. Hedgehog, added Bella, "thank you for always sharing your berries with us." Ricky chimed in, "Thank you to everyone. Whether you helped us with big things or small things, we appreciate you all." The animals around the table smiled warmly. Even Mr. Owl, who hardly ever spoke, nodded in appreciation. As they dug into their meal, everyone shared stories about how they helped one another throughout the year. Ricky smiled sleepily. And I'm thankful for this wonderful Thanksgiving night. With full hearts and sleepy eyes, the little friends knew one thing. The greatest gift of all was having each other.